You're about to walk through U.S. Customs. The officer scans your green card. A red alert flashes on his screen. He looks at you differently now. "Step aside," he says. Your hands start shaking. You've done nothing wrong. You just visited family for 5 months. But in the next 10 minutes, one wrong word will cost you everything. Because on December 26, 2025, the U.S. government activated a silent tracking system that is catching green card holders at every single airport right now. And if you travel before understanding how this system works, you might not make it back into the country you call home. Here's what just changed and why it is the biggest threat to your green card since you received it. The Department of Homeland Security launched the Biometric Entry-Exit Expansion Program. Every time you enter or exit the United States, they now capture your face, not just fingerprints, your full facial biometric data. It is mandatory. You cannot refuse. And it does not matter if you are a green card holder, work visa holder, student, or even a child. If you are not a U.S. citizen, your face is now in the system. But this is not just a security photo. This is a deportation tool disguised as border control. Every time you leave the U.S., the exact date and time is recorded. Every time you return, same thing. The government now has a perfect timeline of how long you have been outside the United States. And here is the trap. If you stay outside the U.S. for more than 6 months, the system automatically flags your file. A red alert appears on the officer's screen before you even speak. The computer tells him you were gone too long. It tells him you might have abandoned your U.S. residence. And under immigration law, that is enough to take your green card away. You are not just being checked anymore, you are being tracked. And that tracking data stays in a federal database for 75 years. 75 years. Long after you become a citizen, long after you retire, your entire travel history is stored, analyzed, and used against you if they decide you no longer deserve to live here. So who is affected by this? Every single green card holder who travels internationally. If you visit family abroad, you are in danger. If you take care of a sick parent, you are in danger. If you handle business overseas, you are in danger. If you lose track of time during a long trip, you are in the highest danger of all. Because the 6-month rule is not a suggestion, it is a legal test. And now, with biometric tracking, the government does not need to investigate you. The proof is already on the screen. You were outside the U.S. for 192 days. The officer does not need to ask why. He already has grounds to question your residency. Here is what happens next, and this is where most people destroy their own case. The officer asks, "Why were you outside the United States for over 6 months?" And you panic. You start talking. You explain. You apologize. "Oh, my mother was very sick. I had to stay longer than I planned. I did not know about the rule. I have a job here. I pay taxes. Please, I did not mean to." Every single word you just said is now evidence against you. You just told the officer that your life abroad took priority over your life in America. You just admitted you did not know the rules of your own immigration status. You just showed that your ties to your home country are stronger than your ties to the United States. The officer writes it all down. And because the biometric system already has your dates, he does not need to prove anything else. You just proved it yourself. Within minutes, your green card is confiscated. You are told you will receive a notice to appear before an immigration judge. You are escorted out of the airport without re-entering the United States. Your apartment, your job, your car, your life, all of it is locked on the other side of the border. And you have no idea what you did wrong. You thought honesty would save you. But in immigration law, honesty without strategy is suicide. So, what is the law that actually protects you? It is called the totality of circumstances test. The law says the government must look at your full situation before deciding if you abandoned your residence. Do you have a home in the U.S.? Do you file U.S. taxes? Do you have a job or business here? Do you have family living here? Did you always plan to return? These factors matter. This is your legal defense. But here is the problem. If you give long emotional answers at the airport, You are handing the officer facts that hurt you, not help you. You are building his case for him. CBP officers are trained to make you talk. They are trained to extract information. And the new biometric system makes their job easier because the evidence is already on the screen. Your job is not to explain yourself. Your job is to protect yourself. And that means you must control what you say. Here are the biggest mistakes green card holders are making right now. Mistake number 1, talking too much. You think if you explain your situation, the officer will understand. He will not. His job is enforcement, not empathy. Mistake number 2, showing emotion. You cry, you beg, you panic. This makes you look guilty even if you are not. Mistake number 3, signing documents without reading them. Officers may hand you a form that says you voluntarily abandoned your green card. If you sign it, your case is over. You cannot undo that signature. Mistake number 4, refusing the biometric photo. Some people think they can opt out. You cannot. Refusing will get you detained, and it will make everything worse. Mistake number 5, not asking for legal help when the situation escalates. You think asking for a lawyer makes you look suspicious. It does not. It makes you look informed. So what do you do instead? You use short, factual answers with no emotion and no extra details. When the officer asks why you are outside the U.S., you say, "I was visiting family. I always intended to return to my home in the United States." That is it. You stop talking. If he asks why you stayed so long, you say, "Family circumstances required my presence. My residence and ties are here in the United States." If he asks what ties, you say, "I have a home here, I pay taxes here, and I work here." Only say what is true. Only say what is necessary. If the officer starts writing a lot of notes or tells you to go to secondary inspection, this is a red flag. Stay calm. Do not start defending yourself. If they take you to the back room, you say, "I would like to speak with a supervisor or have access to legal counsel before answering additional questions." This is not refusal. This is protection. If they ask you to sign anything, you say, "I do not wish to abandon my residence. I would like to contact an attorney before I sign any document." If they threaten to take your green card, you say, "I request a hearing before an immigration judge to contest this decision." Write that sentence down. Memorize it. Practice it. That one sentence can save your entire future. Let me be clear about what is coming next. This biometric system is not slowing down. It is expanding. In 2026, they are adding voice recognition and advanced facial matching technology. They are linking your airport travel data to your visa applications, your citizenship interviews, your tax filings. If you told USCIS you live in California, but the system shows you spend 9 months a year in another country, they will see it. If you applied for naturalization, but your biometric data shows weak ties to the US, they will deny you. This is not just about green cards anymore. This is about your entire immigration future. You cannot hide from this system. You cannot avoid it by staying in the US forever. Life will force you to travel. A parent will get sick. A family member will pass away. A wedding or emergency will call you home. And when that moment comes, you need to be ready. Not scared, not confused. Ready. If you are planning to be outside the US for more than 4 months, talk to an immigration lawyer before you leave. Apply for a re-entry permit if your trip will be long. Keep records of your US ties. Keep pay stubs, tax returns, lease agreements, utility bills. Keep proof that your life is here. Do not wait until you are standing at customs with a red flag on your file. This video is not about fear. It is about power. The power to protect yourself when the system is designed to catch you. The US government has unlimited resources, cutting-edge technology, and legal authority. You have one thing: knowledge. And if you use that knowledge correctly, you can walk through any airport in America with confidence. You can travel to see your family without losing your future. You can defend your rights without saying a single word too many. The biometric trap is real, but now you see it. Now you know how it works. Now you know what to say and what not to say. The next time you hand your green card to that officer, you will not be another victim. You will be prepared. Share this with every green card holder you know. This is not just information. This is survival. And survival starts with knowing exactly what they are watching and exactly how to respond.